Hey, what's going on there, people of the fog? So in today's video, I thought I'd share my thoughts and opinions on the new Chapter 14 DLC tease that we got about a day ago. It's a little over a day ago now. So it looks like speculation has it that it looks like we might be getting the Oni killer for Dead by Daylight that is related to the Yamaoka family bloodline here. Specifically, it is the father for the spirit, otherwise known as Rin. I don't know how I kind of feel about this character coming to Dead by Daylight, considering we already have, a Japanese-related character within the same time period. In my opinion, I feel like it's a little unoriginal, in my opinion, but each their own with what they want in Dead by Daylight. I still very much look forward to this killer, but I think they could have probably done something that they haven't done already before, maybe like a vampire. At least that's my own personal opinion. I mean, there's a lot of original killer ideas you can do, and I think vampire would be the one that we are missing from this group. If we are going original here, you could just do a vampire that's either from, the Interview with the Vampire, maybe something like Lestat. I'm not saying you have to follow by the book, because, copyright and things like that, and then you have to require licenses, but you can make them look similar, if not your own rendition of what they look like. I mean, you could even do something like Salem's Lot here, and I'm really hoping that they do something in that sort of field in terms of like horror. I'm pretty sure the vampire that's either from What We Do in the Shadows, I think his name was Peter. Like that would be a really cool design to do the vampire on, or again Salem's Lot, because I feel like those two, the Nosferatu type looking character vampire, is probably the most ideal, and none of this Twilight crap where they glitter on their chests. And if we're talking about maybe a more license killer that they could do for Dead by Daylight, but I'm pretty sure this time around they're trying to do something more original. You could even bring Chucky into Dead by Daylight, and I think a lot of people have speculated this already, that a lot of people want Chucky to come to Dead by Daylight. The problem is the nature of his small size. It's like, well, how is he going to get around the map? Because it would be almost really just impossible for him to see around the map and find survivors. And I think you could kind of combat that with maybe having his power to do with more seeing people's auras on the map, either constantly just by default, or maybe that's just part of his power. He'll be able to see people on the map wherever they are on the map with that aura ability. That's just my own thoughts and opinions on a power that he could have. I'm no game designer, so I don't know what a real power he could really have. I haven't really given it much thought, but still, I think there's a lot to be explored with Chucky. And again, I'm not talking about the Chucky, this bullshit-looking Chucky that we got in 2019, and like that thing looks hella ugly. It's funny because when I went to see this Child's Play back in June, I think it was when it came out, I literally just died laughing looking at this doll. The first introduction, like the first like 3 5 minutes that they show this doll, I literally busted up laughing, and my coworker was just like like cracking up with me because I was just losing my shit over the design of the doll, because it's not scary in any way. It just looks ridiculous, and I don't know who green lighted this doll, but please, by God, don't do this version of Chucky. I'm talking about the original 1988 Child's Play Chucky doll. That's the one that you need to do. And you could even do cosmetics with it. I mean, if you do somehow get the license for, Bride of Chucky, that kind of cosmetic for Chucky, whereas like skin's kind of tore up and stapled back together, that would be amazing. It'd be really cool. And then, if you want to do a map idea for Child's Play, you could do the doll factory at the end of Child's Play 2. I really, really believe that would be even 10 times more cooler for a map idea. I mean, literally, if you can somehow make it so that Chucky can kind of hide within the dolls that are in the doll factory, that would be so fucking insane and cool as a little mechanic to help him out. But yeah, that's kind of like my thoughts and opinions of the Oni killer coming to Dead by Daylight. He's pretty much considered the troll killer that we're about to be getting. I don't know if maybe because they're trying to do a little bit more lore involved with the Rin or the Yamaoka family. I think I'm botching that. I'm really bad. But I think they're trying to do more lore between her and her father maybe, and you know, if that's the case, then I could be a little bit more invested in it. However, I just really was hoping for a different killer this time around. I'm a little bit disappointed that we're going to be getting him as the killer for the end of this year, because I don't think we're going to be getting another one for this rest of the year until next, probably February is probably when I'm going to have another chapter release. I believe that's usually how it goes. So you know, PTB in January, and then we usually get a new killer in February. At least the pig chapter was when it was released in February. But yeah, it's expected that since we got this DLC teaser drop, that we're probably going to have a PTB next Tuesday. Is speculation. I don't really know for sure, but I could probably go into the CDN files and get into their servers and see if there's any release date planned for PTB. I think there was a public test that was actually pushed on the Steam database, but I'm not entirely sure. You guys would have to check that out for yourselves. Dark5 in our Discord, he's the guy that usually tells me all this information, so I kind of make him our primary leaker for most of our Dead by Daylight stuff. Me, I'm still just kind of the guy that pilfers through the files, and I'm still kind of waiting for another developer fuck up where we'll have another developer build that we can work with again, and I can actually start plugging things in again, or at least something similar. Even I don't know, just something out there. Anyways, guys, that's my thoughts and opinions on the Oni killer coming to Dead by Daylight. Are you disappointed, or are you looking forward to this killer? In my opinion, I would like to see maybe a vampire type killer. If not, Chucky from Child's Play coming. Alright, guys, hopefully you have a good one, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out.